Okay, I want to talk a little bit about supination today. And it's a movement of the foot. I want to talk about what it is, what it's not, and how it helps support the body. So when people talk about supination, they usually talk about kind of when you're walking, riding on the outside of your foot here. But that's not necessarily supination. That's just an inverted foot, because oftentimes the arch can still be collapsed, riding on the outside of the foot. So let's talk about what it is and where it shows up in the body. The toes are elevated. The high arch. The arch is supported. There's strength in the arch. The tibia is externally rotated, and these medial joints are closing here. So as you can see from the front here, those medial joints are closing, and the joints on the outside of the foot are actually opening up. So this is the strength of the foot. You'll find it in heel strike, and you'll find it in propulsion, pushing off. So you'll see those two shapes of the foot are very similar, right? And it's connected with an extending knee. So the tibia here can't fully externally rotate unless that knee up above is extended. And you think about heel strike, right? When your hip is in flexion, that knee needs to be extended. Your talus needs to be externally rotated. You need to have strength in that foot to decelerate motion. And then in propulsion, the hip is an extension, and so is the knee. And this foot still needs to have strength in order to push off, right? Different strength, different need for strength, but same foot position. So I want to talk a little bit about this first man. This is your big toe right here, right? And if your toe flexor is too tight, you won't be able to lift this up and really get that strength through the arch. So go ahead and try it. Stand up on your feet. Try to lift your toes. See if you can get your toes up to about 60 degrees is where you want. If you're going a little bit too much, you're not getting proper tension in the arch here, and your foot will probably be collapsing. And then if you can't lift your toe very much, you have a very rigid bottom foot for one reason or another, trying to create stability through the bottom of the foot. And if you're not able to do that, you're not able to get full contraction of the glutes and hamstrings when you're trying to push off, right? You don't want to just be pushing off with your foot. You want to be pushing off with your whole posterior chain. So if you see someone with high arches, with a supinated foot, oftentimes they're stuck in supination. You want to be able to have both. You want to be able to have pronation, right? Be able to collapse and lengthen those tissues so they can explode out of there. And then you also want to have strength in that arch and in that foot. So it's good to have both. Thanks for watching the video on supination. Hopefully you have now better knowledge of your foot and how it contributes to your movement through life.